Friends, it was 82 years back on 8th August 1942 that the Quit India movement was launched. And Bapu gave the slogan, "Do or die, karo ya maro." No matter what the detractors say, Bapu is for all times. Non-violence is for all times. Peace is for all times. Gandhiism is for all times. So today I would like to recite a few stanzas from my book, Ballad of Bapu. It was published in the year 2015, and these stanzas are from the Quit India movement. And I would also like to read out a few lines from the poetic preface written by Tushar Gandhiji. And he says, "And then he said, 'Quit India. Now we must do or die,' he called. 'For freedom we fight without sword or spite. But stop he won't till the last left standing.'" And now these stanzas on 235 from Quit India movement section. So here I go. Unbearable had become the rampant humiliation. So one fine morning he came to a decision. He deemed fit that Britain should quit, as its reign had given rise to suffocation. On 7th August 1942 came the Quit India resolution. It was finally time for India's emancipation. The action plan nebulous, but the man tenacious put forth this demand with a new determination. Entrust India to God or to a situation anarchic. Non-violence would arise out of that situation chaotic. He ardently did feel to make a final appeal to the Viceroy before taking any step drastic. Their demand now was complete independence, which they hoped to achieve without violence. The yearning for freedom grew, and on 8th August 1942, Gandhi exhorted his countrymen to follow non-violence. Next morning, the Congress leaders were arrested. Enough had the authorities' endurance been tested. With no weapon in their armory, armed with a zeal revolutionary, the commoner was awake. Enough, he had rested. Non-violent non-cooperation was no mere platitude. The alien government had reduced them to servitude. On a moral high, they had to do or die. Freedom would then be a certitude. Robbed of leadership, they now faced a severe test. Still they surged forward, fired by a moral zest. Swept by a turbulent gale, there were arrests wholesale. Indians were killed, but there was no inquest. Out of their slumber, people had been jerked. They had straightened their spines, felt perked. Now thoroughly vitalized, British ire, ill-disguised, spluttered, wondering where the danger lurked. The rising and simmering discontent was churned up into a wrathful ferment, filled with gall. In places all, people openly seethed with resentment. For the government, things were a mess. It followed a policy of suppression ruthless. Newspapers were throttled, but emotions long bottled burst forth in a patriotic zest, breathless. It brought forth a transformation complete. With unprecedented zeal, the air replete. Students, girls and boys, shunning all joys, were up in arms in an incredible feat. So I stop here, and this is on 237 page, and it is from the Quit India movement, Ballad of Bapu, and the foreword has been written by Mr. Tushar Gandhi, and it's a poetic fervor. Thank you so much for listening to me.